As you know, if you're just joining us, we're in the hurricane season, right? We want to keep you prepared. So if you've already downloaded our weather app, you're making good on our side.
That's the first start, right? To get ready, because you're going to need that communication for sure. You know, this season I've been able to do these hurricane gear tests where I take a specific product, kind of run through a little bit of a test with it, and then tell you whether you need it or not.
Okay.
Part of your hurricane kits. Now, this is really cool because this is a completed kit already done. It's already put together. Emergency Essentials is the name of the company that makes this. And this is their Trekker 2 is the name of the specific kit. It's a two-person, 3-day kit. So you and I, we could just run off into the world with no electricity and no power, and we'd be set for 3 days.
Survive. Well, let me just
72 hours.
It's heavy, JD.
I know. There's a lot of good stuff in here. Let's get this one. Okay, first of all, this is a general survival kit. So not specific for hurricanes, but the first thing you're going to need, oh, I did the wrong one. We want to open that one first now. This one's for later. You got to come back later in the newscast to open up this one. Yeah. This is a two-day kit. I know this has got all the food and water over here. Food, water, shelter, and first aid. Those are the first things people think about when you think of a survival kit. So this particular survival kit comes with its water in small portable packages, which is great because if you're on the move, you're not going to want to be trying to haul around a 50-gallon drum of water or something. So the water comes in these small 4-ounce packages. I will say one critical thing here, I don't think there's enough water in this kit. But I get to say the good and the bad, right? So I think you need more water than what they have here, but that is definitely something you're going to need. Food-wise, there's different ways to do food. These are these high energy ration bars that they call them. Each of these packs has 9 bars in them. You're supposed to eat 3 a day. I haven't cracked one open to taste it, to be perfectly honest, but I'm sure there's better food out there, but this will help you again if you're on the move. This also comes with a tube tent. If you need to go ahead and...
Sorry, I just want to smell it. It's my sniff
Part of your shelter and your is also going to be, of course, some rain gear in there. You also have some blankets for some warmth, and that's definitely going to keep you ready. And don't forget, you got to have that first aid kit. So again, this is just a portion of this pre-made kit. Later on in the news, we're going to be talking about what's in the other bag, the other items that are in here. And then much later on in the news, I'll give the full score, the rate and review. I think that's in the 8 o'clock hour.
We'll be right back.
It's a hurricane gear test. I also have Melissa here, too.
Yes, I'm having fun playing over here in these bags of stuff. So you have a bag of goodies, so to speak. We need to be safe. This is an easy way to do it if you don't want to go to the store.
Exactly. If you don't want to build your own hurricane kit, there's lots of companies out there who will make them for you and pre-built. This is what is referred to as a survival kit. Emergency Essentials is the name of the company that makes this. It's a 2-person, 3-day kit. So you and I, Melissa, we could just head off in the middle of nowhere and we'd be set for 3 days right now with these supplies.
You've given us a little bit of an idea over here of what's in there. We've got some drinking water, we've got some ponchos. Now what else are you going to show us?
Right, so earlier we looked at the food and the water, the shelter, and the first aid. That's your very basics that you'd expect to find in a kit. And anything past that, it gets a little bit more, sort of, not unnecessary, but it's a little bit more than just the basics. First of all, we're going to start with some basic sanitation type needs. This has got another few little odds and ends. This is really good. It has some sunscreen in there, which that's something that sometimes we forget about. Also some basic matches that are in there.
Glow sticks.
A little bit of work. Yeah, you're going to have some glow stick, a little bit of work equipment. So basically tools, lights, sanitation, communications. Again, this is a flashlight. You want a headlight. That's always a good idea to use as a flashlight. A radio is a good idea. I really encourage nowadays our cell phones are going to be our best communication device. But again, this pre-built kit comes with a radio. And oh, Melissa, for goodness, we do not want to forget this.
Oh, you cannot forget
and
that.
we each get our own roll. So that's the good time. That's all you get.
Now wait, let me see how soft it is, and then we'll get...
You get 3, that's 3 days worth. You got to make it supply. You got to have some tools, the multi-tool kit there. You've got the emergency whistle there. And again, all of this is just a pre-made kit. It gives us a good idea, though, of what kind of supplies that you might need in your kit. And always you're going to want to customize that because your dependents, your loved ones that you're trying to take care of are going to be a little bit more unique. And one thing, again, to point out, I've never seen a a hurricane kit that's been pre-made. It's all survival kits. So this is supposed to work in any sort of environment. So, for example, this one comes with hand warmers.
Nice. Probably not going to need those here.
We're not going to need those after a hurricane. But again, if you're maybe caught in a wintertime evacuation or something and you're not expecting, that might be something, because our hurricane kits are going to work for other times of the year as well.
So you're not necessarily suggesting this. You've graded it, and we're going to find out in a little while if you think that this is a good way to go.
And after this is all over today, we'll post on my Facebook page all the details. But in the 8 o'clock hour, I give it my ratings.
All right, we're going to wait for it.
All right, so often we're telling you to build your hurricane kit. You got to have those hurricane supplies. Be prepared. Sometimes that's a little overwhelming for folks, not sure where to start. You can actually buy pre-built kits already built for you. Now, these are survival kits, not necessarily hurricane kits, but it's a great starting point. And there's a specific product that I'm looking at today. It's made by a company called Emergency Essentials. They've been making emergency preparedness supplies for a very long time, and they've got several different kits. This is their Trekker 2 kit. It's a 2-person, 3-day, so 72-hour survival kit. And earlier in the newscasts, we've been showing you individually a little more specific the contents of it. So if you didn't get a chance to see that, I'm going to post all that on my Facebook page so you can see exactly what's in here to get some better ideas. But I did want to mention 2 things specifically that I didn't mention earlier, and that's this first one, which is a 100-hour candle. Now, I am going to mention it, but I'm also going to say I'm not a fan of candles within your hurricane kits. I think the battery technology and the lighting technology has become so much better in recent years that LED lights can do a better job than candles can. So I'm not a big fan of candles, but again, this is what's in this kit. You also forgot to mention the duct tape. You got to have some duct tape in your kit too. That way you're definitely going to be ready for anything that might, kind of come your way. But you can see the other things that are kind of out there. You've got some shelter, you've got food, you got water, you got first aid. Those are the basic things of most survival kits. Now, I always tell people when they have hurricane kits, you have to have food, water. I encourage a flashlight as well. And then I also think you have to have a way to charge your cell phone. So this survival kit does not include a way to charge your cell phone. So that's one other thing that I think that people need to make sure they include in there, that there is a very good base starting point for everything that you might need in your hurricane survival kit. Now, the one other thing I did as a part of this test is I went through and I tried to buy everything on here on Amazon. I just went on there, thought it'd be easy. I looked it up, I got the price, and I compared it to the price of this kit that costs. Now, on Amazon, it took me over $200 to buy all of these items. If you were to buy this from Emergency Essentials, their list price is $150. So I was actually surprised that you could buy this kit at a lower price than what you could buy all these items individually. And that's the regular price. I know that they also sometimes will put this particular item on sale. So who knows, you might be able to even get it for a better deal. And again, this is just one company. There's a lot of companies out there. So here's the bottom line on this Trekker 2 emergency preparedness kit from Emergency Essentials. I'm going to give it a Cat 4 out of a possible 5 on my priority scale. Again, my priority scale saying how important is this? This is very important to have a kit like this. Now, as I mentioned, it lists for $149.59. About $150 is what you're going to spend if you're buying it at its full price. But as I mentioned, it costs even a little bit more than that when I tried to buy all these separately. And it's Emergency Essentials, and their website is beprepared.com is the way that you can find that. And again, if you missed the earlier segments in our newscast, I'm going to put all of that on my Facebook page, which of course is John Dawson, Fox 26.